The vastness of space is filled with countless alien races, each one more powerful than the last. For centuries, the Galactic Council has ruled with an iron fist, deciding the fate of countless worlds. They've always seen humanity as weak, primitive, and insignificant, just another blip in the galaxy. But today, that perception is about to change. In the cold, silent halls of the Galactic Council's flagship, a new challenge is being set into motion. The apex predator, a creature so terrifying, so brutal, that it's feared by every alien species across the galaxy, has been chosen as the Council's next weapon. The creature's strength is unmatched, its advanced combat skills terrifying, and its alien technology even more lethal. For years, the apex predator has crushed everything in its path, leaving no survivors. But this time, the Council does something unexpected. Instead of sending a highly trained soldier from one of the galaxy's elite races, they pick a human, Ethan Drake, a regular soldier with no special abilities, no advanced training, just raw determination. The Council laughs, thinking this will be a simple battle. They believe this will be an easy victory, with the apex predator ripping Ethan apart within seconds. But as Ethan steps into the battlefield, a deep, unsettling question lingers in the air. How could a mere human possibly stand a chance against this monstrous creature? The countdown to battle begins. The camera zooms in on the terrifying creature, standing tall with scales that shimmer like obsidian and eyes that burn with rage. The apex predator growls, its body rippling with power. The jungle around it is thick, humid, and dangerous. Perfect hunting ground for the deadly creature. As the camera shifts to Ethan, a young human soldier, he stands nervously, gripping his weapon. His palms are sweaty, his heart racing. He's not a warrior. He's not a hero. He's just a man trying to survive. The creature's bloodshot eyes lock onto Ethan's position, sensing his fear. The air crackles with tension. The countdown continues, and just as it hits zero, the battle begins. Ethan doesn't know what's truly at stake here. He's been sent to the jungle moon of a distant planet, where the apex predator has made its home. The Galactic Council watches the entire event from their flagship above, each member sitting in cold, emotionless silence, certain that this will be nothing but a quick death for the human. From their view in the sky, Ethan is nothing more than a pawn, a tiny, insignificant piece in a larger game. The apex predator, however, is anything but ordinary. It has killed thousands of the galaxy's most skilled fighters, taken down entire armies with its deadly combination of strength and alien technology. No alien species has been able to defeat it, and the Council is confident that a human stands no chance. But Ethan isn't like the soldiers the predator has faced before. Sure, he doesn't have the strength or advanced technology. The battle for his life is about to begin. Ethan has stepped into the heart of the jungle, and the moment his boots hit the dense alien soil, he knows he's in trouble. The planet's environment is unlike anything he's ever experienced before. Thick, dark vines snake across the trees, blocking out most of the sunlight. The air is thick with moisture, making it hard to breathe. Every step he takes is watched by unseen eyes, and every sound is magnified, creating an eerie sense of danger. The jungle is alive, and it's hunting him. As Ethan moves forward, his heart races. He's heard the stories of the apex predator, the creature that has taken down armies and left entire planets in ruin. It's a being of pure violence, capable of using advanced alien technology to track and kill its prey. But nothing could prepare him for what he's about to face. His first encounter with the beast happens too quickly. He barely has time to react. The predator's massive, shadowy figure bursts from the trees, its glowing eyes locking onto Ethan. In a flash, the creature lunges at him, its claws extended, sharp and deadly. Ethan barely manages to dodge, rolling to the side just in time. He feels the air rush past as the predator's claws scrape the ground where he was only moments before. He knows he's not just fighting for his life, he's fighting for humanity's survival. But at this moment, all he can think about is how outmatched he truly is. His weapon seems so small and insignificant compared to the terror that's now stalking him through the jungle. Ethan knows he can't fight the predator head-on. He's no match for its size, strength, or advanced technology. But he has one advantage: his cloaking device. It's a small piece of tech he's been given by the humans back on Earth, a device that allows him to blend into his surroundings, making him nearly invisible. He activates it, and his body shimmers as it fades from view, his outline disappearing into the jungle. But the apex predator isn't just relying on its eyes. It's enhanced with AI-driven vision, a sophisticated system that lets it see beyond the visible spectrum. The creature's glowing eyes narrow, and it suddenly tilts its head, as if it's sensing something. The predator can track Ethan, even when he's cloaked. A high-speed chase begins. Ethan runs through the thick jungle, weaving between massive trees and rocky outcrops, trying to lose the creature in the labyrinth of alien vegetation. His heart pounds in his chest as the sound of the predator's footsteps grows closer. Each roar shakes the ground beneath him. He knows he has only seconds to escape. He can hear the predator behind him, its claws tearing through the trees as it closes in. Ethan's mind races. What now? He knows that if he's caught, it's over. But if he can outsmart the beast, there's a chance he might survive. He quickly looks around and spots a dense patch of trees up ahead. He knows he needs to buy some time, so he decides to set up an explosive trap. As he runs, he activates the hidden explosives, strategically placing them in the path ahead. The ground shakes slightly beneath him, signaling the approaching predator. Ethan's cloak flickers as he quickly moves out of sight, hiding behind a large rock. He takes a deep breath and waits. The jungle is suffocating. Everything is dark. The trees loom over him like monstrous giants, their twisted roots snaking across the ground, creating an almost maze-like path. A thick, unnatural fog drifts through the air, making it hard to see more than a few feet ahead. The air feels damp, clinging to Ethan's skin as he crouches low, trying to stay hidden. Suddenly, the air is pierced by a roar, a deep guttural sound that echoes through the jungle. The apex predator is coming. Ethan barely has time to react. His heart races as the massive shadow of the creature moves through the fog, its claws scraping against the rocks as it stalks closer. The ground trembles with each step the beast takes. Then, without warning, an explosion rips through the air, throwing debris and rocks in all directions. The blast shakes the trees around Ethan, and the predator roars in fury, its massive form now visible through the smoke and dust. The creature's glowing eyes flare as it looks for its prey, enraged and confused. Ethan doesn't have time to enjoy the moment. He knows the predator is still out there, and it's not going to stop hunting him. With a final glance, he turns and begins running again, adrenaline pumping through his veins as the jungle seems to close in on him. The battle for survival continues, and Ethan knows one thing for sure. He's not alone. The predator is always watching. Ethan's heart races as he runs through the dense jungle, his mind working on overdrive. He knows he can't keep outrunning the apex predator forever. The creature is faster, stronger, and its AI-enhanced vision is nearly impossible to fool. But Ethan has something the predator doesn't: human ingenuity. Ethan's mind flashes back to his training. He remembers what his instructors told him. When you're outmatched, outsmart your enemy. He takes a deep breath and spots a narrow ravine ahead. The steep walls on either side are perfect for trapping the predator. He knows it's risky, but it's his only chance. With quick thinking, he activates a high-tech EMP grenade, a small device designed to disable electronic systems. The grenade will short-circuit the predator's AI-enhanced armor, giving him a brief window to strike. Ethan doesn't have time to second-guess himself. He lures the creature into the ravine, hoping the beast will take the bait. The predator, relentless as ever, follows Ethan into the trap. The air feels heavy as the creature closes in. Ethan glances over his shoulder, counting the seconds before the grenade goes off. His fingers tighten around the device as he prepares for the explosion. The EMP grenade detonates with a burst of bright blue sparks, lighting up the dark jungle. For a split second, the predator's movements falter. Its AI vision flickers, and it stumbles, disoriented. The creature's strength and agility seem diminished, just for a moment. Ethan takes his shot, his pulse hammering in his ears as the gravity of the situation settles in. But it's not over yet. The predator is still dangerous. It roars in frustration, its massive form shifting and lunging toward Ethan with renewed fury. Ethan's breath catches in his throat as the beast charges. He barely manages to dive to the side, feeling the wind of the predator's claws swipe inches from his face. Ethan's body is exhausted. His muscles ache from running, from fighting, from the constant strain of trying to stay one step ahead. But mentally, he's determined. He's fighting for something bigger than himself. He remembers the faces of his fallen comrades, the soldiers who gave their lives to protect him. One face stands out among the rest. Bonner, a tough soldier who sacrificed himself to save Ethan from the first wave of attacks. Bonner's death fuels Ethan's resolve. He can't let that sacrifice go to waste. He won't fail. With that thought in mind, Ethan stumbles to his feet, clenching his weapon tightly. The predator is still disoriented, but its deadly instincts are quickly coming back online. Ethan knows he has only one chance to take it down. The jungle is alive with danger as Ethan takes cover behind a rock, waiting for his moment. His cloaking device hums softly, making him invisible once again. He takes slow, measured breaths, watching the predator's every move. The creature is now scanning the area, its glowing eyes darting in all directions, trying to find him. In that moment, the jungle seems to hold its breath. The only sound is the wind rustling through the trees and Ethan's heartbeat in his ears. The world feels strangely still, as if it's waiting for the inevitable clash. The EMP explosion still echoes in the air, and sparks continue to fall around the ravine, lighting up the surroundings. For a brief second, Ethan sees the predator's weakness. Its armor is damaged, its vision flickering. This is his moment. Ethan moves swiftly, silently, as he moves in for the kill. His heart pounds as he gets closer to the beast, each step filled with tension. The jungle around them feels like a battleground, alive and waiting for the final confrontation. With a sudden, precise motion, Ethan strikes. The predator turns just in time to see the human soldier's attack coming. But it's too late. Ethan uses his last remaining explosive device, throwing it at the predator's weak point. The explosion rips through the creature's armor, sending a shockwave through the jungle. For a moment, everything goes silent. The predator stumbles, its massive form crashing to the ground. Ethan stands, breathless, as the jungle around him quiets. The battle is over, but only for now. The battle has led Ethan to this moment. He has survived the jungle's traps, outsmarted the apex predator, and now he stands face to face with the creature in a wide-open clearing. The jungle's dense fog has cleared, leaving a heavy atmosphere of tension and anticipation. Rain falls in sheets, the cold droplets adding to the pressure of the final confrontation. The apex predator is no longer the sleek, calculated hunter it once was. Its advanced weapons are damaged, its AI-enhanced armor crippled. Now it fights purely on instinct, relying on its primal strength and ferocity. The creature roars, a deafening sound that echoes through the clearing, shaking the very earth beneath their feet. Ethan, soaked to the bone, stands ready, his heart pounding, his body aching, but his will stronger than ever. Ethan knows this is the endgame. The predator has been brought to its knees, but it's still a force to be reckoned with. This is no longer a fight of technology. It's about raw survival, skill, and willpower. Ethan must use everything he has learned, every tactic he's devised, to defeat the beast once and for all. The first move comes fast. The predator lunges at Ethan, its claws aiming for his throat, but Ethan dodges just in time. He flips backwards, barely avoiding the strike. His hand tightens around his magnetic pulse rifle, a weapon designed to destabilize metal objects and throw them off balance. Ethan fires, sending a magnetic pulse into the air, hitting the Predator's remaining weaponry. The Predator's arm jerks, throwing it off balance for a crucial second. Ethan doesn't hesitate. He uses this moment of weakness to his advantage, charging forward. As the Predator swings its claws wildly, Ethan ducks under the strike, narrowly avoiding its deadly reach. His thoughts are clear, his mind sharp. He knows that if he fails here, everything, Bonner's sacrifice, the lives of his comrades, will have been for nothing. Suddenly, Ethan's eyes spot something. A gravity manipulation device, one of the high-tech tools he had found earlier in the jungle. The device was meant to be used for tactical advantages, but now it's Ethan's secret weapon. With his heart racing, he activates it, and the gravity field around them shifts. The Predator, caught off guard, begins to float and spin uncontrollably, its massive body twisting and tumbling through the air. It crashes to the ground, disoriented and vulnerable. Ethan sees his opening and makes his move. The clearing becomes a chaotic battlefield, with rain pouring down in torrents. Every step the apex predator takes sends mud flying into the air, and the ground shakes under its powerful weight. Lightning flashes in the distance, casting the scene in stark, bright light for brief moments. The predator's eyes burn with rage, but it's clear the creature is struggling to regain control after the gravity manipulation. Sparks fly in all directions as their energy weapons collide. Ethan's magnetic pulse rifle fires again, sending another shockwave that makes the predator stumble backward. The crackling sound of their weapons fills the air, mixing with the rumble of thunder. Each strike from the predator leaves a scorched mark on the earth, and every blow Ethan lands seems to bring him closer to victory. The predator growls, its fury reaching new heights as it tries to adapt to the shifting gravity and Ethan's quick moves. Ethan is exhausted, his body begging for rest, but he can't stop now. The storm above them intensifies, the rain drenching everything, and the predator's thunderous footsteps are like the sound of doom, each one echoing through the clearing. But in a final, desperate move, the predator charges with everything it has. Its eyes are wild, its teeth bared. Ethan stands firm, waiting for the right moment. The tension builds as the rain pounds down harder. Then the creature lunges, but in that final instant, Ethan sidesteps, activating the gravity device again. The predator is thrown into a spinning fall toward an energy pit that has been formed by the constant clashes of their weapons. The predator tumbles through the air, unable to stop itself, until it crashes into the energy pit, disintegrating into a burst of energy. Ethan watches, breathless, as the battle finally comes to an end. The jungle falls silent, the rain now the only sound in the clearing. The unexpected has happened. The apex predator, the most fearsome creature in the galaxy, lies defeated at Ethan's feet. The Galactic Council, who had placed their bets on a quick victory over the human soldier, watches in stunned silence as the impossible unfolds. The screens on their massive flagship display the shocking scene. A human has just brought down the apex predator, a beast that had never been bested before. The Council, for the first time, is left speechless. Their long-standing belief that humans were weak, primitive, and inferior to the advanced alien species is shattered in an instant. As the battle footage is replayed, it becomes clear that Ethan's resourcefulness, courage, and intelligence were what allowed him to defeat the beast. The battle was never about strength. It was about outsmarting the enemy, using the environment to his advantage, and relying on the human spirit to overcome overwhelming odds. The galaxy now views humanity with a mixture of fear and respect. The underdog has won, but Ethan's victory comes at a cost. The joy of defeating the apex predator is tinged with the pain of loss. The faces of his fallen comrades, especially Bonner, flash through his mind. Bonner, who had sacrificed himself to protect Ethan, is gone, and that loss weighs heavily on Ethan's heart. The pain of losing friends and seeing them fall in battle is a burden that no soldier can easily shake off. As the ship that will take him back to Earth flies through the stars, Ethan gazes out of the window, looking at the familiar sight of his home planet. Earth is still there, his home, his family, his life. But everything has changed. Ethan's actions have not only secured a victory for humanity, but they have also proven that humans cannot be dismissed as weak. The apex predator, a symbol of the galaxy's idea of strength, is gone, and in its place is a new understanding of the human spirit. Ethan is proud of his achievement. But the war is far from over. The battle against the Galactic Council has only just begun. Humanity has proven that they are not a race to be underestimated, but the galaxy is full of powerful enemies, and the Council will surely seek to retaliate. Ethan knows that the fight for Earth's place in the galaxy is only at its beginning. As much as he wants to rest, there's no time. The survival of his species, his home, and the future of Earth itself are on the line. The camera zooms out from Ethan's tired face as he stares at Earth. The stars in the distance shimmer brightly, and the vastness of space is endless, filled with infinite possibilities and dangers. Behind him, the other soldiers on the ship are silent, each reflecting on the gravity of the situation. Ethan's eyes are fixed on Earth, a mixture of pride and sadness in his expression. The war might be over for now, but the galaxy is watching, and the next chapter of humanity's journey is about to unfold. The ship heads toward Earth, cutting through the stars, and as it flies farther, the camera pulls back, showing the galaxy beyond, an entire universe now aware of the power that humans hold. The music swells, and the final scene fades to black, leaving a sense of anticipation hanging in the air. Humanity has proven its strength, but what comes next? Only time will tell.